February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to list. Biggest boss Ricky Rozay just got word. Meech concert not happening tonight, but 3:05 it's going down at the office. Meet us there. Bam. Yeah, that might be why when I stood next to Meech, your knees buckled. Your knees buckled. Put your back against the wall.
Big Meech is absolutely fuming right now, and for good reason. He's putting Rick Ross on blast for making grand promises and then disappearing when it mattered most. This isn't just your typical disappointment. Meech is livid. When Meech and Ross first connected, it wasn't just an industry link-up. Ross came in with a grand vision, promising Meech the world. A new show, bigger budgets, and most importantly, a massive homecoming concert to celebrate his release. It all sounded incredible. But now, Ross is nowhere to be found. Every single promise, broken, and things are only getting messier. 50 Cent has been relentless in coming for Meech ever since he teamed up with Ross. The moment Meech announced that Welcome Home concert, 50 wasted no time throwing shade on Instagram. Initially, Ross hyped up the event as a game changer, with Meech set to receive a significant cut of the ticket sales. Serious money. But at the last minute, everything fell apart. The official reason: federal agents allegedly intervened, shutting the event down with legal letters. But rumors started flying almost immediately. Who else could have that kind of pull? Many believe 50 Cent was secretly working behind the scenes to sabotage the concert, purely to get back at Rick Ross. Of course, 50 has never outright admitted to being involved, but he didn't exactly deny it either. When Bowie Baz discussed the situation in a Vlad TV interview, 50 wasted no time jumping on Instagram to mock it. His post, a sarcastic jab. "Hey, I'm just asking for a friend. Does this mean the show's not happening?" The disrespect was unreal.
3 hours, like, I'm at the Louis store. I'm like, what the I could have saved this $5,000.
And let's not forget, 50 Cent literally predicted this mess before it even happened. He called the event's cancellation before it was officially shut down, then had the audacity to deny any involvement while openly laughing at the situation. But the real heartbreak, when everything fell apart and Big Meech was left struggling, Rick Ross did absolutely nothing. Instead of stepping up, he stayed in the shadows, using Meech as a pawn in his feud with 50 Cent. The betrayal is just too much. But wait, it gets even juicier. Recently, 50 Cent posted a picture of Tammy Cowens, who has been accused of being a federal informant. And if that wasn't explosive enough, he also shared some alleged text messages between himself and Tammy. In these messages, 50 directly asks if Meech knew she was working with the feds while he was locked up. Her response: a straight-up yes. She even offered additional details. 50 captioned the post, "Tammy Cowens, the truth and nothing but the truth, coming soon." And let's not forget, just last week, 50 was already throwing snitching allegations at Meech. He posted, "Listen to the words. Big screech. You keep forgetting that you told Tammy Cowens to tell to get your time cut, sucker." Classic 50 move. He made sure to tag all his brands, turning the drama into a promotional opportunity. But here's the thing, it's not just 50 making these claims. Both Blue Da Vinci and Cuffy have come forward, alleging that Big Meech is the reason they ended up behind bars. According to them, he used Tammy Cowens as a third-party informant. So this whole big screech thing isn't just some wild accusation 50 cooked up for attention. People in the industry have been whispering about it for a while now. And it's starting to look like there might be way more to this story than Meech wants everyone to believe.
He said, how did Meech have information on you and give it to Tammy so you could get caught up in it? How did that happen? So, I mean, you got to go back to the movies.
Okay, so
right, that's that.
Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Oh, Meech and Tammy was trying to get Suarez.
Exactly. But when the government found out she was in contact contact with me, they switched the investigation toward me.
As if this drama wasn't complicated enough, 50 Cent has now dragged Lil Meech into the crossfire. Before all this tension, 50 was actually a huge supporter, making serious investments in him. He paid for Lil Meech's acting classes, prepped him for his role in the BMF series, and even handled his business affairs. Remember when rumors surfaced about Lil Meech struggling with substance issues? 50 personally sent him to rehab and covered all the expenses. That's how deep their connection was, until everything fell apart.
Watching movies, I'm like, man, acting must just be reading lines off of paper, like something like this. And when I get there, like, hey, don't look at the paper. Imagine your mom and dad in a casket right now and you in a funeral.
But then Big Meech switched sides. The moment he got cozy with Rick Ross, 50 Cent cut them both off hard. And he's not staying quiet about it. He's even threatened to discontinue the BMF show ***, which happens to be Lil Meech's primary source of income. Now, both father and son are potentially facing financial ruin. And if that wasn't petty enough, 50 has been messing with the show's promotions. Every time he posts about BMF, he deliberately blurs or alters Lil Meech's face, like he's trying to erase him from existence. Meanwhile, after the Welcome Home concert disaster, Rick Ross wasn't done running his mouth. Instead of admitting defeat, he started making even more promises. This time, he claimed he was going to produce his own BMF show ***. And not just any show, but one with a bigger budget than 50's version.
So look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget.
That was supposed to be Big Meech's saving grace. If Rick Ross had actually followed through, Meech could have secured a major payday. But just like everything else Ross promised, that show never materialized. It was nothing but empty talk. And here's the kicker. ***, 50 Cent owns the TV and film rights to the Black Mafia family story ***. That means Ross couldn't even legally make this happen without 50 having some say in it. So all that flexing, completely pointless. Meanwhile, Meech is still broke, 50 is still dragging him online. And to make things even worse, Rick Ross hasn't even attempted to defend him. Ross was loud when he was using Meech's name to get at 50. But now that the walls are closing in, silence. Let's be honest, this is exactly why 50 Cent has mocked Rick Ross for years. He's always said Ross only mentions him to stay relevant. Anytime Ross wants to trend, he has to drop 50's name. And at this point, it's painfully obvious. ***, Ross jumped on the BMF wave just to antagonize 50 ***.
Outside of mentioning me. When things get bad, you mention me. It gets covered further.
Then, completely out of nowhere, Rick Ross decided to come for 50 Cent again. But this time, he crossed a serious line by bringing up 50's late mother. In a clip posted to his Instagram story, Ross was bragging about being the only person who ever effed 50 up. He even dragged Tony Yayo into it, claiming that Yayo himself warned 50 he was making a mistake. Ross just took this feud to a whole new level.
That they say I was the only person that 50 Cent up. I ain't know that. I'ma be honest. Tony Yayo told 50 Cent himself, y'all could go.
But Ross wasn't finished. He kept insulting Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, saying they looked old and needed facials. Of course, Yayo responded, saying he's used to being dragged into 50's beef just because of their loyalty. And let's be real. ***, Yayo has always stood by 50 ***. That's day one loyalty, and Ross just can't stand it.
Yayo said, I wouldn't do that if I was, cause Tony Yayo know them niggas ain't got no money. Come on, man, look at Tony Yayo and Auntie. Them niggas need facial.
After hitting below the belt, Ross switched tactics and started trolling 50's business ventures. This time, he went after the G-Unit Studios project in Louisiana, claiming 50 couldn't complete it because he's broke and the banks won't approve his loans anymore.
Struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans and It ain't, what's wrong? What's taking so?
You know 50 Cent wasn't about to let Rick Ross get away with that without firing back. He immediately clowned Ross for being just a special guest on the Millennium Tour, a lineup co-headlined by Bow Wow and Amarian, with Trey Songz' Boozy Badass, and the Ying Yang Twins also featured, and Ross. He's listed below them, sharing special guest status with Ray J, Bobby V, and Pleasure P. For most people, this lineup is just a nostalgic throwback to the 2000s. But 50 saw it as clear proof that Ross isn't the big boss he pretends to be. Let's be real, a so-called rap kingpin getting billed below Bow Wow. That's wild. At the end of the day, this entire situation erupted because Ross just couldn't keep 50's name out of his mouth. But the person really paying the price? Big Meech. Back in the real BMF days, Meech was ruthless. If you owed him something, he was coming to collect. No questions asked. And now, rumors are swirling that Ross is panicking behind the scenes. Apparently, Ross knows that at any moment, Meech and the real BMF members could come knocking. Whether directly or indirectly, somebody is going to want answers. And if that happens, let's just say Ross might have messed with the wrong person.
Along with the good and show his crew know how to be men, then this what you get. Everybody shining like new money. There ain't no other crew like this in the world, and there never will be another.
So after all this drama, the big questions remain. Asterisk asterisk, what's next? Asterisk asterisk, is Rick Ross truly panicking now that there's a chance Big Meech might come collecting? Did he bite off more than he can chew by playing both sides? And do you think 50 Cent will ever let this feud go? Or is he just getting started? I'm dying to hear your thoughts on this messy situation, so drop your opinions in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to white heavy check mark, smash that like button, white heavy check mark, hit subscribe, white heavy check mark, turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates on this ongoing saga. And don't go anywhere. Asterisk asterisk, check out the next video on your screen, asterisk asterisk, because trust me, this drama is far from over.